I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. and this is the start of the Dice Tower East vlog, and we're on an airplane and I don't want to be too obnoxious to people around me, so I'll see you later, but we're headed to Orlando, I think, Orlando. We're headed to Orlando, to Florida, and to Dice Tower East, so check it out next year and go and all those things and fun. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Arriving at Caribe Royale, getting off a long flight and figuring out exactly where to go is part of the fun and challenge of all this stuff.
That's the arcade.
Is there an arcade? I know nothing about the arcade.
There's an arcade.
There's an arcade. There's 3 towers. There's a. We already ran into Successful Geek, which on the table.
There's 2 towers plus 1.
That's 3 towers. I'm pretty sure my math is correct on this one.
The 2 towers.
Oh, it's the 2 towers plus 1.
Yeah. These chairs are fun to hang out in later.
Yes.
Card game area.
Yep. I may or may not ever be there again, but they do look fun to hang out in. Right now I think the main goal, I think we actually have different goals. I think you want to go hang out to the pool.
Yes.
I want to go, which room? We're going to go over here. I want to go find people and play games, but we'll figure it all out and we'll touch base.
Games?
Actually,
yes.
there are waterproof
games. There are waterproof games?
Yes.
Awesome.
Did we bring 20 strong?
No, we should have
brought sonar.
We'll get it from the library.
I don't think the prototype copy is,
well, not the prototype, but...
Yeah. I did not bring 20 strong. They probably have it in the library. I don't know if they let you bring it into the pool.
Well, they don't know.
But it's our Chip Theory Games, who have a whole bunch of games that are completely waterproof. So
Gloom.
Enjoy that.
Gloom is also waterproof and pretty fun.
Oh, Gloom is...
Have you ever played Gloom?
No, but I am somewhat dismissive of it based on what I know of it.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a ton about it. It doesn't seem super... Oh, probably doing these things. We should probably leave this room at this hotel because it's the wrong floor. So we need to leave this elevator because it's the wrong floor. So we'll see you later while we figure this out. So... I mean, I shouldn't be excited. I've seen this before, but I am excited because we just arrived and got the Dice Tower van. That's all. That's all. You've seen this before. It's not that exciting, but it's a little exciting. So before we go and head inside and see what games are being played, this is a van with all the Dice Tower people on it. So, okay, fine. Let's go find the board games.
For our first game here at Dice Tower East, I would love to play a game that I think you can find in this library. I'm going to start giving you things that you need to do.
Okay.
How about a polyomino?
Okay.
That I've never played.
That's harder already.
That is pretty easy to teach.
Okay. Have
Pretty
you
quick
played
teach.
the Thunderworks game? I can't remember the name of it. Thunderworks games. They have a polyomino game.
Cartographer?
No, not Cartographers. It's about the amusement park.
Oh, 10 penny parks.
10 penny parks.
I've
play
never
that.
played that.
So that would be a good one if they have it, because I'm trying to think ones you played.
Quick teach?
Barron Park, it is a pretty good teach. Yeah, very good, very good.
Alright, let's see if you can find
let's find 10 penny parks. That might be a good option because Barron Park you've played.
We also have AP here.
How's it going?
Who's happy to play anything.
Let's look for. Oh, is Boss Polyomino? I don't think so.
Oh, I've been interested in Boss.
No, it's not Polyomino. It's been Daryl Andrews, it's not Polyomino. So I'll look for 10 penny parks, but if I see something else along the way, we might do that instead. So we might
Let's
pivot.
look. Let's see.
Oh, we're looking wall on camera. So
Under
I
pressure
make
now,
no,
yeah.
I make no presentation that's going to be a decent video. We may cut some
I'll
of
show
that.
everyone the hall while you take a quick peek. I'll give you a second. I'll give you just a little second. So guys, this is Dice Tower East, and this is Wednesday. So I think it's Wednesday, yeah, for sure. This is the first day here. I believe people might have been here last night, but I think this is the first day officially here with the library open. I want to say it's maybe noon, maybe 1 o'clock. So we're going to play a game first, and then we are going to get some lunch. But Alex, do we have any answers? Do you have any games you want to point out to the kids?
I mean, just point out randomly with no guidance. Okay, well now that I'm on the spot here, we have the entire Azul series, but that's
Does
literally...
it have expansion?
Rurik does... I don't know if it has the expansion in it. Rurik's a good game. We should play Rurik.
I love the googly eyes.
The googly eyes are great. Googly eyes are great. Here's the googly eyes. There's the googly eyes. Okay, oh, googly eyes in Rurik too. That's very important. But there's Dreadful Meadows, Meg. You remember Dreadful... Oh, dear Lord. You remember Dreadful Meadows? This is a good one. I like Dreadful Meadows. There's Hey, That's My Fish, but that's not relevant. There's some I don't know.
I don't think you've shown me a single polyomino.
Well, because I'm holding the camera. I'm looking for them. There are polyomino games, but I'm just not... I don't know. I don't know.
He's not working well under pressure today, guys.
Well, I could. So first of all, if you are at Dice Tower East, it is worth saying that you could just ask them for a specific game. If I want to find 10 penny parks without looking, I could do that. But I'm kind of enjoying the process of looking and seeing what else there is. Meg might not be, and I might not make it for the most entertaining game, but we do find...
Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, we could play this as expansion. Do you want to play this with expansion?
I was going to ask for Barron Park, and that's when I asked for one I don't know because I feel like I ask for it too often.
Have you played with the expansions?
Yes.
You have?
The rails and Amtrak things
I've done
and all
it,
that
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Fine, never mind.
but
Alright,
I feel like I ask for Baron Park too often, but I'm happy to play it.
What's
Well,
the
we
one?
can
What's
come
the
back
other
to it.
one that you actually for 1 second you thought you were gonna get rid of it, and then we played it because you're like,
Oh, Whistle Mountain. Whistle Mountain is good. Whistle Mountain is a good one. Do you want to do Whistle Mountain?
Sure.
It's a little longer. It's maybe an hour or so.
Sure.
Okay, fine. We'll find
If
Whistle
it's a
Mountain.
quick teach.
I can teach quickly. Let's grab Whistle Mountain. Alright, come. Let's move away. People are doing their thing. But there's also Bonfire, which has semi-polyominoes. Okay.
Should I come back when we
yeah.
might have what we need?
Well, I'm just gonna go find it by asking them because you
Alright.
can do that. And now that we know what we want, because I like Whistle Mountain better than Tenpenny Parks. Tenpenny Parks is good, but Whistle Mountain I think is a more satisfying experience. But it's crazy. It's pure crazy. You ready for craziness?
I'm ready for crazy.
Great. I'm gonna go find it.
Have you played it?
No.
Oh.
Have you?
Yes, I
What's
played it
your
once.
opinion on it? If you
It got to the point where he's like, oh, I think I'm gonna get rid of this because I have Baron Park, and he's like,
I didn't have to ask.
Oh.
I didn't have to ask. It was right there. Okay, go ahead.
and he's like,
I said I was gonna get rid of it because of apiary.
yeah, sorry, apiary, yeah, because of apiary.
Gave me
And-
similar vibes.
And then we played. He's like, no, I'm not getting rid of this.
That's
nice.
kind of where it is. I like Smola. Okay,
Let's
let's
go.
go check it out. First game of the convention is done, and we went ahead and finished Whistle Mountain. Meg, initial thoughts?
Awesome.
You liked it? Any other initial thoughts, or just those ones? Just those ones. AP?
It is fun chaos in many ways. I like the elevator the most. Where I saw Meg do it, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get in on that. That was awesome.
Yeah, you guys did some pretty cool tours with this one. It's Whistle Mountain. It's pure chaos. It's fun. My battery's about to die, so I have to go find another battery. A brand new battery in the phone over here, brand new battery in the camera over here, and we're sitting down to play a game that I did not choose. I did not choose this. I believe Meg chose this against my wishes. That's going to be Stay Cool, and this is a game.
First time at the Dice Tower.
Yeah,
And now I'm playing it with the Dice Tower.
I have not played it yet.
So
Really
here's the deal.
good.
Akiva, just as a heads up, this is a game, you'll get the hang of it pretty decently, except for one small problem. Two small problems. One, there's spelling. That's gonna be a problem for you.
A little bit.
Two, you will
It's short
consistently forget where the timer is. That's the issue with Stay Cool. The rest of it you get your hands on, and then inevitably you lose track of the timer as soon as it's behind the box. And you don't know what that means, but you will soon.
Okay.
But anyways, we'll go ahead and start this off, and we'll check in with you later after someone has a panic attack. Stay Cool is done, and I did not pick the game for a reason. I'm pretty sure I scored the lowest score you can possibly score in this game, and that possibly...
Are you saying you couldn't stay cool?
I could not stay cool. I could not stay cool. In fact, who do we think won? Did we keep track properly? I think
it
Chris
was
did
Meg
very
or
well.
Chris.
Yeah.
I think
we may
Meg-
have tied, because you caught up at the end, but I had high points in the beginning,
You're
so we may have
20
been
in
like...
the single round.
Yeah.
That's big.
And then I got 16 after that. Well, you got 16
For
points
sure.
in a row.
But now we're playing a
And I did
game that I
bad
actually
last.
do like and I'm pretty good at, which is Just One. If you haven't played Just One, you should check it out. It's a great game, and we'll report back at the end of it. Just going through all the games we're playing today. It's been like 2 hours later, not actually 2 hours later, it's been like 45 minutes later, and we play Just One. Not by the official rules, not by any means, because we didn't play for 13 points, and people were constantly cheating for the sake of having more fun. But it worked. Ultimately, it worked. We ended with like an entirely different group of people than we started, but we did have a good time. And then we ran into Gray. How's it going, Gray? Tyler, how are you guys doing? We are actually checking out currently Manatee Sanctuary over here, which is their... am I allowed to say this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't actually sure if I was allowed to say this. This is going to be the next game coming to you from Warped Reality, right?
That's
Warped
right.
Reality Games. I remember the Warped part, but the Reality part I wasn't sure about. Potions of Aslan. That's the last thing they did. We have Manatee Sanctuary. Do you want to give us like the 30-second pitch?
You're gonna be making a habitat for manatees and attracting them there to score points. And there's regular manatees and cute fat manatees that eat too much and playful blue manatees. And that's about it.
Yeah, I'm going to wait here awkwardly 15 seconds because you still have 15 seconds left.
Oh well, I don't know. Look at the cute manatees. Oh, here.
Who designed it?
I did.
Who illustrated it?
Andrew Bosley. Again, here I'll show you the cards. Ooh, beautiful cards. Oh, they're cute little manatees.
Oh yeah, and we're out of time. Okay, cool. That was Manatee Sanctuary. We're gonna go ahead and figure out what's next, but we're gonna play this at some point over the next few days, and I'll talk more about it then. I'd say day one is heading to a close, but honestly, I don't know if that's quite true yet because it's only 10 o'clock at night, and there's still time for games. Today was, getting in midday, playing a few games already. I think we did some Just One, some Stay Cool, a good game of Whistle Mountain. That was fun. I think some others, but honestly, I don't know entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure at the moment. But currently I have some pomegranate dragon fruit seltzer, sparkling seltzer from Good and Gather. That's the Target brand and whatnot. But I'm heading back into the hallway now. See what else there is going on as far as things are still happening. People are still playing games. And I'm trying to figure out what is a good game that is not too late to start, but is appropriately timed. But I don't yet know. But I do want to play a few games. My Dice Tower East bingo card consists of Harmonues, Comic Hunters, and Aquatica, the Coral Reefs, I think that's the name of the expansion. I think there's others, but that's my current Dice Towers meal card. But I'll touch base with you soon and see whether any of those got played, at least right now. Okay, so I got kind of lucky, although a little bit lucky. You can see we have Gray walking away with the copy of Harmonies I just grabbed. I literally walked in the library, it's right there. I just told you I wanted to play Harmonies and Comic Hunters, so I grabbed Harmonies. And then, as soon as I do that, I see Chuck over here is bringing Comic Hunters back after playing a game. And I'm like, are you playing that game? He's like, no, I just played that game. I'm like, are you playing that game? He's like, I'm playing that game now, apparently. So now we're playing Comic Hunters, but Chris is being very responsible and saying, well, you shouldn't have Harmonies on the table because someone else might want to play that at the same time. So I just kind of like feel like the kid in the ice cream store who had all the flavors in front of me, even the flavors I shouldn't have had. I guess right both in front of me. I had to make a choice, and I should hope we get to Harmonies later. So, well, we'll see how Comic Hunters goes. It's supposedly pretty good. I am excited for it. It's a Gen Con release, in case you missed it, and we'll see you at the end of the game. Comic Hunters just finished, and one play in so far, but I like it. It's got simple set collection, which is very rewarding, but it has a lot of mini puzzles as to how to get the cards, and then the satisfaction and nostalgia of just literally collecting comics. Overall, I thought this was a very satisfying experience. I see lots of room for it to be able to grow and develop. I'm excited that Spin Master and Arcane Wonders are bringing this to the table, and I believe you can get it at Gen Con, and for the first time, I'm not vaguely excited about Comic Hunters, but now I'm actually excited about Comic Hunters. Tyler, what do you think?
It was great. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and we have Chris and Chuck who already played it, and I believe you both already like it.
Oh yes, yeah. This third play in a row tonight.
And then we have AP who managed to sit through the last like half hour of just watching it being played.
Enjoyed watching.
Yeah. Well, you ready to play it?
I want to play it.
We can play it. We're gonna be here for the next 5 days. We can play it.
Yeah, definitely want to play it.
That's Comic Hunters. Now I need to find out whether I am still awake enough to play the next game. We are on to the next game. It's been a long morning, but we'll get to that later. But anyways, we're on to the next game. I just sat down and learned Harmonies, and we got a group of people together to go ahead and play this. We all just learned it, and we're about to dive into it, but we'll talk to you when it's done. Technically, we're set up over here, ready to play Cities over here, with courtesy of Grant Lyon teaching us over here.
Hey!
But we didn't do a recap of Harmonies, so we're going to do a partial recap because not everyone's here, but we played Harmonies. AP, how was it?
I enjoyed it. I want to play it again.
Any other notes?
A bunch of other notes. It's a spoiler alert. No, but yeah, okay. What I liked about it was how everybody's going through their own little puzzle, but also when I saw what the flip side is, the blue side, that's another reason why. Because I love how there's like a little aspect of, oh, I really want to let's go for yellow, and then I get a lot of extra points on yellow. And
yeah, there's a lot going on.
I'll try it again.
Grant, have you ever played Reefs?
Yeah, I love Reef.
Reef? Oh, you like Reef?
Yeah.
Oh, we have something for like Harmonies. So
Okay.
I think Reef is a good game. I think Harmonies is a better version of Reef in the general term what you're trying to do. It's all about that pattern combination. You'll see it soon. Our goal is to play Harmonies again after this, by the way. But in the meantime, Grant, do you want to give us like a 20-second pitch on Cities from Devere?
Sure, let me keep eating while I do it, because that's easy to understand me on camera.
I'm pretty sure you've been in a segment on this channel where you did reviews in the airport bathroom. So
That's
this
probably
is not
true.
This is not the worst thing you've done on this channel.
So Cities is a worker placement game where the interesting sort of unique aspect of it is you'll notice there's 4 rows. You're going to be placing a worker in each row, each round. So you have choices in where and at what time you're placing stuff, but you are placing stuff. This is gonna get you scoring cards. This is gonna get you tiles for your city. This is gonna get you features for your city tiles. And this is gonna get you buildings for your city tiles. And so it's tile laying, worker placement, you know, plays pretty quickly, plays in 30, 45 minutes, something like that. So I really like it.
So a little lighter than your typical Devere title? Or I guess they actually have a wide catalog. I shouldn't say that. They have things like Cockroach Poker, so honestly, I take that back. All right, well, we're going to dive in, and we'll touch base with you at some point about how things went. We have a gameplay of Cities under our belt. This is pretty decent. I'm playing a lot of point-scoring optimization games. Between Comic Hunters, Harmonies, and Cities, this is like a whole lot of just like how can you get a bunch of stuff and score points in different sets of things while taking into account multiple scoring objectives. And they're all fun, which makes me play a fun little mini game, which only AP and I can play. Grant can't play. AP, can you rank in order from least to most favorite from those 3 games? Cities, Comic Hunters, and Harmonies.
No. I'm absolutely horrible with names.
I'll give mine so far. And this is obviously based off of 1 play each currently.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. I got
the
it.
games we just played.
Yeah. So I didn't actually play the comic one.
That's fair.
I sat next to it.
That's fair.
But it's the one I really, really want to play. I really want to play that. I liked Harmony more than I like this.
So I probably agree. I think this is definitely open to change. especially between the top two. But Cities, I very much enjoyed Cities, don't get me wrong. But Cities is my least favorite from the three, still being pretty solid. I like the sheer amount of scoring cards you get, which makes it interesting because you're scoring 8 different scoring cards on top of the basic scoring. There's a lot of different, very highly asymmetric stuff that's going to develop throughout the game. I do think Harmonies was beautiful, very calming, very easy. I think Comic Hunters, the theme of it, kind of pushes me to the top a bit. But Harmonies might be a slightly better game, but Comic Hunters to me has a little more theme going on. But either way, they're all pretty decent to start off the day.
My favorite part is just the start of this, where you're like, this was pretty decent.
Pretty decent. That's pretty decent.
That's like Alex's way of saying like, I like this, but I can't be super nice about it.
No. So this is relevant. This is actually important. So in general, the problem is the words you use to convey how much you like things does matter. And
Sure.
for example, I just got a comment on, not even on my video, a different channel, where somebody's like, my biggest problem with Board Game Co. is that he'll gush over a game and then get rid of it next month. And I'm like, I do not do that.
Yeah.
I will say a game is pretty decent and then get rid of it next month. That's true. I do not gush over games. The games I gush over stick around for a long time. I'm very wary about gushing over things, considering that, because you and I are different. It's actually a fun little tangent. You and I are very different the way we gather games.
Sure.
I get a lot of games in, and then most of those leave because I only have so much time and space.
Sure.
I think you still collect. Like, how many games do you think you have, Grant?
Probably like 700 now, 750, something like that. Yeah.
And do you think you get rid of a lot of games or not so many?
I've started getting rid of more. That is a newer thing. I probably got rid of 50 earlier this year.
Pretty impressive.
But I probably had never gotten rid of games really until recently.
And that's the thing, you realize you just don't have enough space. You don't have enough space, you don't have time, you don't have mental space to keep it all in your head, so you have to get rid of games. And that also means that I can't talk about how excited I am. When I play a game, games are fun. Games are fun. There's a reason I do this. But that means you can't sit down and play a game and be like, I had such a great time, and then get rid of it next month. Because I do that, because I only keep the games that are the best of the best. I think Harmonies and Comic Hunters are games that will probably stay in my collection for quite some time. I don't actually own them yet, but I'm probably going to get them, and they'll probably stay there for a while. Doesn't necessarily mean forever, but for a while. I don't know if I'm there with Cities yet. I like Cities. I want to play it more. I want to enjoy it more. I think it's the kind of game I might hold on to for 6 months, maybe a year. I don't yet think it's a keeper forever. So
I also think this is like a great game for newer people to games, right? So if you're playing with casual people and like introducing people to worker placement, like that sort of stuff, then I think this is great for that. You probably play more of your games with more heavy gamers and stuff. And this,
for the most part, I would say most of my gaming is either heavier gamers or families.
Yeah, and so like I feel like this is a really good family weight game, probably isn't enough for
from Comic Hunters and Harmonies. I think those had a little bit more mental think about the stuff. There's a lot to consider here, but the way it delivers it is a bit more sequential. I think Comic Hunters and Harmonies set you up from the get-go that you have to think about a lot more, even from the first round.
Sure. Okay.
Anyways, side conversation, and we'll see you later with the next game. Finally have an actual moment to breathe. I'm not playing games back-to-back. It's a good day, honestly, but not playing games back-to-back right now, so let's do a bit of a recap. So, first of all, I don't remember where we left off. We left off playing Cities. I think we immediately followed it up with a game of Harmonies. No, not Harmonies. That's the other game I played. Expressions. Played Expressions together with Grant and AP, continuing just sitting down playing games. Expressions is good. I've covered it on the channel already. Didn't feel the need to do a bit of a recap there. I then taught them Tether, because Tether's more of a two-person game. There's more ways you play with more players, but it's more of a two-person game, so I taught them Tether because I need to go timestamp a video, because it's currently, as of the moment of filming this, it's currently Thursday, and my 4 o'clock video is not yet timestamped. So are a bunch of videos for the next few days, so it's going to be homework time. So we'll figure that out. But Thursday's video, it is I don't know when you're seeing this, but it's the Teneris RPG unboxing. Oh my gosh, the camera's fogging up. This is the heat. Oh dear Lord, this is Florida heat. My camera's fogging up from outside. Wow. Dice Tower people, how do you do anything in here? I'm gonna let this keep going, but this is literally just my camera fogging up from how hot it is. That's a little insane. Wow. Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit in shock right now. So, that's kind of where we are right now. Those are the 2 games we got to next. I'm heading to timestamp the video, then I'm heading straight back to play some games. Maybe I'll grab an afternoon coffee, because afternoon coffees are delightful. Past that, this morning was fun. This morning, grabbed some coffee with Joey from the Dice Tower, Joey Evans, and then hung out at the pool for a bit, and then just went and played some games. So that's kind of where you saw us last, because I pulled up the camera when we were sitting down to play Harmonies, I think. Harmonies with, yeah. So that's kind of a recap of day 2 of Dice Tower East. Camera's starting to clear up a bit now that it's actually been outside for 2 seconds. That's day 2 of Dice Tower East, and we'll touch base with more games, more things that are being done, and all the usual stuff. Until next time, I'm Alex back from Board Game Co. and have a good one, but this is not actually the end of the video, it's just the end of this particular segment of the video. So I'll see you soon. So I just sat down and played Tir Na Nog from Grand Gamers Guild. I played this one solo. I just sat down, learned the rulebook, and I was like, you know what, I can wait and get people, or I can just play a solo game and play it with my friends later. But I just sat and played it solo. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the little puzzle selection. You're basically getting a bunch of these cards over here. I think it's geese cards and whatnot. They all have different scoring requirements, and all players will have the same types of cards on their board, and then you're drafting cards using an interesting drafting mechanism in order to get them all in play. I don't know if it does anything amazingly new, but I like the combination of scoring things going on and the sheer variety of scoring cards you have. Like, there's so many different scoring cards each player has to make it a highly variable experience. Meanwhile, I got AP over there to be sitting playing Veiled Fate. He was going to join me for a game, but then they were playing Veiled Fate, and they were adding the expansion stuff, and that intrigued him enough. And I was like, go play. I'm not even ready to play this. I'll learn this. We'll sit down and play some other games later. So, Tir Na Nog. It's another not bad game. I'm getting a lot of the games off my list that I'm trying to play over here. So now it's time to go figure out what else I want to pull from the library.
Here, let's see here. You, sir, you can stay where you are. What is your name? Jeff. All right, Jeff. Here's what we're going to do a little bit of mind reading.
Morning of day 3, and we're checking out the vendor hall, which is only partially true. I've already checked out the vendor hall, but Meg hasn't checked out the vendor hall.
Good morning, friends. You've already checked out? I thought it opened today.
It opened yesterday.
Is it the exhibit hall? Is this the exhibit hall?
This is the exhibit hall, vendor hall area of Dice Tower East. It's, got a few aisles here, nothing too crazy, but the usual people. We got.
I always get tempted by the extra large thing.
Oh, this isn't the booth you're tempted by. The booth you're tempted by is about 2 over that way, right past Olive.
Let's go shopping, you guys. Let's look around. We got some of our Dice Tower little plushes here, little guys, if you want some. I have the cat and the dog. Their little dice towers that they make. So these are all their little dice towers, like with their mimic thing.
It's a 5.
5! I don't know that I'm eating it.
Fun fact, that is the second highest possible result in a 6-sided die. In case you didn't know. I like to educate them. Now we got Manatee Sanctuary and Potions of Aslan being shown off over there. It's Table Golf Association, Wandering Towers with Capstone in their booth. We have a whole bunch of stuff from Elzor Games, Norse Foundry and Elzor Games, 2 side-by-side booths.
We have
De Beer. Did you play Cities already? You did not play Cities. Oh, it's right. I played Cities. You didn't play Cities.
I also haven't played Sand.
I won't talk about that. That's unnecessary.
Although we did kind of walk around it and buy it, but the arcade ones. We got some dogs in here. We got a little dog.
An actual dog? We got a Robert.
Doghouse.
Hello, Robert from Arcane Wonders. How's it going?
How's it going?
It's going well. We're gonna go ahead and see you all shortly because I'm gonna say hi to Robert for a second.
Well, hello, vlog. I just had an amazing lunch. This is what, now Friday of Dice Tower East. I stole the camera, but I had lunch with this guy back here, Mr. Tom Vassell, and there's also this beautiful little lake here. But we went to a cute place called Ford's Garage. Unfortunately, we played 0 games here. There was no gameplay happening, but I did play 2 games this morning. Let me think. I played Mezzin by Awakened Realms. That was pretty good. I mean, it was fine for me. It's a lot of like set collection, point optimization, but very light. And then after that, I played. Oh gosh. After that, I played.
Veil of Eternity.
What?
Veil of Eternity.
Veil of Eternity. And it was okay. That one, I enjoyed the cards a lot and the art, and I enjoyed what I was doing. But then watching the scoring happen, it really didn't seem super balanced to me. So, I enjoyed playing it, but I don't know if
the mechanics.
I don't know how I feel about it.
You're both wrong. The game is incredible.
I think it's incredible. I think.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Veil of Eternity I love. I think it's a great game.
So only Meg is wrong.
Only Meg is right,
Been a while since I checked in last. Too busy playing games and having fun, but we
there
did
was
just
a point
play.
when you were logging every game on the camera, and I know that stuff.
Every single game. Day 1, every single game got a check-in at the beginning and a check-in at the end.
Oh,
that was not reasonable. Day one. Day one. What's up?
Oh, day 1.
Day 1. Yeah.
We did a lot of games that did not make it to the.
No, because I can't actually do all of them. I could, but it just feels not great for the vlog to be like, we started, we finished, we started, we finished, we started, we finished. But that said, we finished.
Tell us what you like.
We started and we finished.
Let us know in the comments
comments below
So,
how you would prefer these to
This
go.
is this is the first time for all of you playing Glass Road?
Yes.
Yes.
This is Glass Road. The goal was we wanted a game that was a Euro game that Benita hadn't played before, and that someone here knew well enough to
little
teach without having to
thinkier,
reference everything, and that played in like 45 minutes or so to an hour. I think we aimed for like 90 minutes actually.
Yeah.
And we got like I think 70 minutes.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, an hour and 20 minutes, which is not bad. It is longer than I'm used to playing Glass Road, but I'm used to playing Glass Road, including teaching.
Yeah. Check after.
Yeah. I don't
check
know.
the time after the teach, actually.
This is the important stuff. This is why you're here.
It was my quickest game. By far, it was my
I
quickest
think
game
it's
of
not
this.
including the teach.
But it was this quickest game of it. But I'm used to playing this at 2 players, and I think it's usually 30 to 45 with 2 players who know it. 4 players in a atmosphere like this with interruptions, because we had interruptions for like talking with Grant and Austin, so there was that in play. But ultimately, this if you like Uwe Rosenberg games, but you don't want the brain thinking and over optimization and analyzation of everything, this game kind of forces you to get past that, which is nice because you choose cards and you play those cards and kind of have to like make decisions based on not knowing what's going to get played. Either way, we're going to clean this up and
nice pieces.
Nice pieces. Oh yeah.
I think those are upgrade bling.
Oh yeah.
Upgraded blades. Probably.
Not going to be in your copy, but we'll check in with you next time and see how things are going.
Well, hey there, gamers. It is Professor Meg Cam. I should actually be a little quiet because it's a little late. Whoop. I am now on my way to the last game night of Dice Tower East. So it's a nice hot day out here. This is outside in Florida. I want to say it's probably still a steamy 80 or something like that. Crazy out here. But I've had a lovely Dice Tower East. I know Alex has checked in with you a lot, and I have the camera. I'm actually bringing it to him because we're going to play some party games. I was playing some party games with Grant Lyon earlier, and now there's a whole bunch of us that I'm sure there may or may not be clips in this. We're about to play Time's Up, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I have my blankie, and I changed into my sweatpants, so I'm ready to play one last game on the last night of Dice Tower East, but I'm still gonna play games tomorrow. So it's just the last game of the last night. And that's that. I've played a lot of games today, a decent amount. Some new, some old. I played Skyrise, which I've played twice now, which I still enjoy. I enjoy it a lot. I don't want to say I love it, but I have a crush on it. I like it. I'm definitely open to it. I just don't love it yet. Let's see, what else did I play? I played Caution Signs. I played 10 Days in Europe, 10 Days to Europe, 10 Days through Europe, something like that. Both of those are good, very good, lightish, but you know, solid choices when you're playing something light. And now I'm gonna go play Time's Up. The one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, which I don't think is in the vlog yet, but there's a lot going on at things like this besides playing games. So I'm getting kind of out of breath. It's very, very hot. So earlier, I want to say it was yesterday, we got to see Joey of the Dice Tower perform magic. So he did a whole magic show, and it was a lot of magic comedy, so it was very, very good. And then today, we got to see Grant do his comedy set. So we got to watch Grant Lyon do his board game comedy, which always hits. If you've never seen it and you go to a convention, definitely try to see him because it always hits. So here we are, we're walking into the gaming area. This is everyone who is gaming on the final night. I want to say we're between 9 and 9:30. I'm not sure exactly what time it is, but I'm gonna go play some Time's Up with everybody, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the vlog. I'll see you later. Okay, so I'm almost there, but I just remembered I also played Blueprints of the Castles of Mad King Wildwood, something like that, one of those games, and I enjoyed that too.
Hello. We're at Dice Tower East.
We are.
Grant just did his set.
That's true.
I peed a little because I laughed so hard.
Yeah, and then we
did a big blob party.
Yeah, it's true, with like 150 people.
It was awesome.
And we celebrated by stealing Alex's camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alex is dead.
Yeah.
No, he's alive.
We kicked him out of our game of Time's Up because he wouldn't stop talking about how Monikers is better, so...
I also think Monikers is better, so...
That's fine.
Wait, you think Monikers is better?
Yes.
Audacity.
You are a fool.
Audacity.
I don't even know him, and he just called me a fool.
Fool with a capital F.
All right, I have to play a game now.
Yeah.
We're playing something.
Shuffle that in.
All right.
Scramble it in. Oh, it's rocket and then one person.
So,
You said no.
Dice Tower East.
Yeah. I said there's a difference
fun.
between what
Saturday
you want to
night,
be
so
and what you would
basically last
actually
night. And then Sunday, we're going to play more games.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to swim in a pool.
I said that might
And then Monday, I'm going to go to Disney World. Because I'm an adult, and that's what I want to do with my money.
Say your answer.
Don't tell my kids, because they're not coming. I might be a bad dad. I hope not. But Alex won't put this in the video, so Alex, is just for you. I love you a lot. I think you're special, in a good way.
Oh, you're saying it too? Sure.
Don't be a hater, Grant. It's reinforcing that that's
Like
a good
whole
clue.
pineapple.
I was
It's
just
a good
thinking that.
clue.
Oh, that was my one.
Yeah.
Pudding.
Pudding.
I had pineapple. But I'll hold
Pudding
on.
friends.
Good morning. Sunday morning, and today is the last day of Dice Tower East. You can probably tell, but my voice is starting to lose it just a drop. We're still fine, but it's just a scratch, a tickle, something below the surface over there. But anyways, Sunday morning, got my venti salted caramel cream cold. We highly recommend the cream cold brew series from Starbucks. Past that, didn't film much yesterday because Saturday and all that, although I think Meg grabbed the camera once or twice. I haven't seen the footage though, so may or may not make it in here. But past that, I'm headed to the hall to, well, play games because the hall closes at 3 or the library closes at 3, and honestly, the library is an important part because the only games I brought with me are a handful of trick-taking games, although I can try to rely on a variety of people I know who do have games, so we'll see how that plays out. But just to do a slight recap of yesterday, to whatever the best I can recall, yesterday, I'm trying to think what we played. Games I played yesterday, I think I started off with Blueprints of Mad King Ludwig, if I'm not mistaken. Overall enjoyed that, hated the markers. I don't know when my review comes out on that, I need to play it a few more times, but it's almost certainly losing half a point for the whole marker situation, because it's really, I don't know, I want to play the game more, I hate the marker situation. Pencils, colored pencils, but anyways, that's that one. Then, it's going to be a random assortment of games I played yesterday. I played a few party games towards the end, played some Time's Up, definitely prefer Monikers over Time's Up. I played some Caution Signs. Caution Signs was cute. I don't know if drawing games are my go-to favorite, but I did enjoy Caution Signs. I just think I'd rather play a game like So Clover any day. And if you're like, those aren't the same, you're right. They have the same general mechanic, but one is drawing and one is, well, word games. I prefer word games. That's that. Then, I don't know what else I played. I think I played Skyrise, was that yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was yesterday I played Skyrise. Played some Manatee Sanctuary, or that was 2 days ago. I'm losing track of my days and times. Anyway, games have continued to be played, which is good. This is a playing games convention, so after all, I think I'm at around 25, 30 games played. It could easily be more. The problem is I also like people. I'm a big fan of people in the space, and I have a lot of friends here, and so I try to spend time socializing and having a good time, and I don't know, just catching up with people in a convention setting where there's less pressure compared to something like Origins or Gen Con for me. I think I'm going to wrap this bit up right now because I'm about to walk in the doors, and I have 2 hands, and one's being used for the camera, one's being used for my coffee, so I'll see you shortly with whatever update happens throughout the day. Okay, I lied. I just dropped the camera and then picked it back up. Anyways, let's go ahead and show you the hall briefly, because I don't know how much I've shown you of the hall, but this is Sunday morning, the hall at Dice Tower East. We have the library over here, which I believe you've seen a little bit day one. Well, I'm pretty sure it's day one. I think Meg had the camera while she was trying to do the polyomino game. Although again, tracking all this stuff at this point is hard. But again, this is Sunday morning. It's light, it's early, it's not too crazy. Is that Star Wars The Queen's Gambit? I think that's Star Wars The Queen's Gambit. I've never seen it being played in real life. But yeah, it's busy enough. Although it will get busier throughout the day. Although generally what happens at a convention like this is very often on Sundays, a lot of people will slowly tap out, Sunday morning or Saturday night. Because it's a smaller day, not everyone will stick around for the whole thing or pay for the hotel room for that last day. So that is something that's always going to be a bit of a lighter day. That said, there's still plenty of people, plenty of games, and, well, about 5 hours left of time. Heading out of the hall right now. It's still early in the day. Just got a gameplay of 4 Shuffle in, which was nice. I got my higher score ever because I got all 4 Go Shocks. So, little fun facts about 4 Shuffle here if you haven't played it. First of all, great game. You can play it on Board Game Arena. Second of all, great game. Also relatively affordable. You can buy it. Third of all, great game. Plays at, well, at 2, 3, 4, and 5 players. I'm 99% sure it plays at 5. I think I played it at 5. Anyways, past that though, I'm gonna walk outside, the camera's gonna get all foggy, never mind that. So, past that I got all 4 Go Shots, which are basically making every single bird is worth 3 points, because I have 4 of them, all the birds are worth 12 points. And that was a chunk of points there. And I also went heavy on the deer, but combine that with 3 foxes that reward you with 5 points per deer. So I got like 130 points from the various deers and the combos there. It was my highest scoring game of 4 Shuffle because I just got lucky on the card distribution. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm still in the middle of the coffee, almost down to the last bit, and I'm gonna see what I'm playing next. Just sat down and played a game of Umbrella, which, by the way, like under 10 minutes to learn it, under 5 minutes to teach it. It's a pretty solid game, illustrated by Vincent Trait. Designer looks like Flavien Dufan and Benoit Turpin. I apologize for butchering those names, but it was fun. And also, I got to play with Sam Healy, which was a personal goal of mine for this convention. Yes. Imagine you got a game with Tom, and I think I didn't do Z either. So it was just you. All right. But how was the game?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Simple game, but very thinky.
Yeah. Super brain burny, but beautiful illustrations and fun gameplay. Good interaction.
Easily accessible, and I want to play it again.
Yeah, it started off as very fun and charming, but the more you play it, the more you're like, there's really a lot of strategy. But one of the things I like about it, it's kind of similar to Canvas to me, in that someone can play this very like charming, light, and not overly think it, or someone can brain burn
cutthroat.
it. Yeah, just make sure not to do the cutthroat thing against the light.
I was like, oh, you're looking for one here. Take this.
Exactly.
Anyways, good game. I enjoyed it.
Very cool.
Okay, we're down to the wire, and people are slowly starting to clean up over here. The Dice Tower is slowly starting to pack up all those library stuff behind them. It's actually fun to watch them do it. The whole process they have for the things that go in their booths, the complete draping down of the shelves. We are approaching 3 o'clock, which means library time, and the last checkout is starting to happen. People are clearing out of the halls. You can spot amongst the waves of people, you can spot hidden tables left, right, and center, but it's still a lot of people here. I don't know, I'd guess like 600 plus right now, but honestly, that might even be an underestimate. But we're about to sit down and play Aquatica over there with the Coral Reefs expansion. Adam's going to teach us Aquatica with the Coral Reefs expansion, which has been a game we've been trying to play since the beginning. Honestly, I think the only game I didn't get to play that I wanted to was Thunder Road Vendetta. Don't get me wrong, last minute I tried grabbing Wild Child West out of the library to see if I could learn it and play it in time. Although I will say Umbrella. No, you already saw Umbrella. We talked about Umbrella. Umbrella was fun. I'm happy with that one. Wild Child West was optimistic. It didn't happen. Aquatica's happening now. And there's a Wild Roy candidate.
It's time to go home, Alex. It's time to go home. We played all the games.
All the games. We played a surprise amount. We probably played more games this trip than collectively our entire lives. And none of those games will last late. Although I am walking home with a copy of last night.
I did bring you a copy.
That does work. What's your favorite game you played?
What's my favorite game I played? Not the one we played.
Not the one we played. Immediately eliminating anything we did together.
I did enjoy Veil for Eternity. Veil for Eternity is fun.
That's fun. That's fun.
What other ones did I play? Oh, I taught Cosmic Encounter.
How was
that? And my son wrecked me in Cosmic Encounter. And the Cosmic Encounter is in my top 10, so I love that. That's my favorite game.
Good. I think my highlights for me are probably Harmonies. Harmonies, and I really liked Umbrella. Have you played Umbrella?
I haven't played it. It looked cool.
I was impressed with the fact that I learned from the rulebook. I already heard all this stuff. I learned from the rulebook it took me 6 minutes to learn from the rulebook, 3 minutes to teach it, and then played it, and it was surprisingly thinky for the low-level investment.
Oh, that's cool. But it had good accessibility.
It had good accessibility. I think it reminded me of Canvas. Again, you heard all this. Reminded me of Canvas in the sense that you can play it with people casually, or you can be a bit more strategic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like it. Check it out.
Check it out.
Anyways, that's basically that. That's Roy, and we're gonna go ahead and go play Aquatica now.
Bye.
And that's a wild Meg wandering off in the background. One of these vlogs is going to be the last one of Dice Tower East, but I don't know which one. And we just finished Cold Waters, the new Aquatica expansion. It's modular. I played some of the modules. I liked what I played. Don't know if I was blown away yet. I enjoy it, but like expansions can do a few things. They can add nice things to a game, or they can like really make the game better. And so far, this is like it adds nice things to a game. But I haven't played all the modules, so I need more time there. But the hall is really starting to close up at this point. Like all the games have been returned. It is emptying out around me. You still have a bunch of people here with the games they brought, and at this point, though, we're down to like 100, 150 people in the hall. I'm heading over to the exhibitors to see if anything's going on over there, but I don't know. I mean, at some point there'll be a last vlog segment of Dice Tower East, or at some point I'll be home after 4 days and put my camera on and say, hey, we ended a few days ago and I forgot to take more video, which is also possible. But either way, let's see what the Exhibitor Hall looks like behind the scenes. And this, by the way, is Manatee Sanctuary over here. I liked it from the same people who did Potions of Aslan, and I enjoyed it so far from the little I played of it. But down deep in here, oh wow, it is empty. It is empty in here. This was the Exhibitor Hall. They've all wrapped up, cleaned up, so they're getting things done. They got a few couches over there if anyone needs a couch, and I mean, there's not much you can do. It's here in the video. It's not by you, but if you need a couch, I don't think they're giving them away, but who knows. But anyways, that's kind of the hall part of Dice Tower East. Anything from here on in is just going to be like recaps, talking. Like, I'm still here the whole day, so I still plan on taking whatever opportunity I can to play games, hang out with people, and have a good time. But the main stuff's over. The main stuff's over, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is the end. This is, well, not the end. That sounds so gloomy. This is the end of Dice Tower East. I'm going to go ahead and call this the official wrap-up vlog. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. That's usually how these things go. I've played a lot of games. I haven't counted the amount of games I've played. I still haven't logged the last 2 games I've played. I don't know if I mentioned them. I played Xylotar and Sandbag from Bezier Games. I played both of those. As the very last games I played, was hoping to play Foundations of Metropolis. Didn't get to do that. That will hopefully happen, I don't know, soon. It's very, very, very soon. There'll be a review episode of that one, because I've already played Foundations of a bunch of times. I just need to play this once or twice, and then go ahead and tell you about how I think the differences between these 2 games are. Well, this one's cheaper. I already know that. Anyways, this is Dice Tower East, hosted by the Dice Tower and the Dice Tower crew. Got to meet, or, well, I didn't know most of them. Got to see most of them while I was here. In general, they all did a great job. They're all very friendly, very engaging, which is something they generally do a great job at Dice Tower conventions, Dice Tower events, is having the whole crew around and interacting. It's very easy to spend time with them, to see them, to go up and ask for a picture, or play a game, any of that, which is great, because there's a lot of people in the Dice Tower crew, which gives a lot of people a lot of opportunities to hang out with people whose opinions have influenced and impacted your gaming in one way or another. But overall, I had a great time. I got to spend a lot of time with people I already know and like. I got to spend a lot of time with people who I know but hadn't spent enough time with to like, so I got some great games there. Games of Skyrise, of Glass Road, of Umbrellas, which was great. Like, some really good opportunities to play games with people who I know, but, you know, get a better chance to know them better, which is part of why conventions are so fun. Part of why this hobby is so fun is because it is an opportunity to interact with others around a shared passion. It makes for very easy friendships to grow and to maintain. If you haven't had a chance to check out a gaming convention, I do highly recommend doing so at some point in your life, with the caveat that they become a little addicting and therefore expensive very quickly. So you want to be mindful of that part. But I'd say in general, whether it's Dice Tower East, Dice Tower West, whether it's BGG Con, Level Up Retreat, WSBG, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of board game conventions that go on every single year, from the large to the small, and there's a lot of opportunities for you to find the right one and give them a try, and possibly just find a local convention and start there, where you don't have to deal with the out-of-town pricing, because usually the most expensive part about a convention is going to be the hotel and the travel. The ticket to the convention itself, usually pretty affordable, so find something local to you to start off, to see if that's something you enjoy enough to really start investing a little bit of time, effort, and money into these things a few times a year. I do think they're a great opportunity to find another layer to this hobby and enjoy it. But that's it. I'm going to go and wrap up the Dice Tower East Retreat vlog. There might be some more segments. I don't know. I can't make any guarantees. There's still a flight home, so it is possible for sure. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get an early night's sleep, because I'm getting up at, I want to say 5 in the morning, so I can get an early flight and have a full productive day tomorrow. In any case, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. Thank you for joining me on this Dice Tower Retreat vlog, and as always, I hope you have a good one. Well, surprise extra vlog segment to end but not end the last vlog. Dice Tower East is a surprise because Frontier decided to overbook by 11 people, and we got bumped. So managed to take the opportunity to, hello there, managed to take the opportunity, managed to take the opportunity to stop by the world famous Buc-ee's. Actually, I don't know if it's world famous. I just know it's like, I know like a lot of people in the board game group seem to be very excited when they stop by, and they have stuff. I mean, they have stuff. Don't know if I super
roped off.
Well, was he roped off when we got here?
Yeah.
He was?
When we got here.
He was not. That's new. Wow, they're roping off the Buc-ee even as we get here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, we got the rental car and we're driving 16 hours back to Cleveland, because that's what happens when you get bumped. So you'll see how many bonus segments you get, however many you get, and this is our 16-hour road trip. And I got coffee, and that's the only thing that matters. So I don't know exactly where I left off with the end of the last segment of the vlog over here, but it's been a few days, and I figured I'd just do a small recap to close up the vlog. The very short version of everything. Let's go. I'm trying to think of the short version. What do I cover? Did I cover Dice Tower East? Do I cover the missing flight? What do I go into over here? the very short version of everything is this is my first Dice Tower East. I've been to Dice Tower West, I've been to WSBG. Those are my only two conventions that I've gone to that have been focused on playing games and not on exhibitors or some other aspect. And Level Up as well. Level Up Retreat, which I've gone to twice now because, well, I do Level Up Retreat. Level Up Retreat is an interesting one because I'm also in a work mode there the entire time, so I can't enjoy myself the same way I can at something where I'm not responsible for things going right. So it is a very different kind of experience. I love it, but in a very different way. But I think WSBG and Dice Tower East and West are now the conventions I've gone to that focus on playing games. All of them are fantastic in different ways. They're all fantastic in three very different ways. WSBG is easily the smallest and also has the additional focus of the whole competition behind it, which drives in a very, very different kind of experience. It is actually a very collaborative experience if you're there, but I won't focus too much on that right now, but I'll say that it is a very fun, very different experience if you want to check it out. Dice Tower West and Dice Tower East are very similar in their structure. There's definite differences. One's in Vegas, one's in Florida. Dice Tower West has a larger library if you want that kind of thing. If you want a larger, more encompassing library, it's great there. I think Dice Tower East's library is a little more focused, meaning it's still very, very large, but it's a bit more focused. So if you want to get that one game, like I know at one point I wanted to play the Oracle of Delphi, and they didn't have it in the Dice Tower East library. I'm sure Dice Tower West had it in their library. The flip side of that is, I think for Dice Tower West, I often found myself looking up games because there were too many games to just browse and get something I wanted. Versus Dice Tower East, I think it was a more manageable size, and so I browsed around and was able to find titles that I wanted to play, both new and old. Speaking of which, they had a great selection of new titles. They had a solid hot games room with a lot of stuff. I played 1 or 2 games in the hot game room. I mostly ended up grabbing the games I wanted at any given point, which is another thing, by the way. There was no point at which a game I wanted was so unavailable I couldn't get it. Even hot new games, they may not have been in the library at one point, but they were in the library at another point. So they did a good job. I don't know how many copies they had of some things, but I wanted to play a bunch of new titles, and I got to play a bunch of those new titles. But overall, it was an excellent experience. The people there, both the guests as well as the hosts, are all very welcoming, very engaging. The weather in Florida was muggy and humid to the nth degree, and definitely not my favorite part, but everything else about the trip was pretty well done. The hotel, the Caribe Royale, one of the best hotels I've stayed at. Let's context here. One of the best convention hotels I've stayed at. There are better hotels in very many places, but convention hotels, at least in the board game space, tend to be a little bit more, they're trying to keep it affordable for you, for the attendees, for you, for me. They're trying to keep it affordable, and I think the Caribe Royale was one of the better ones I've been in terms of the overall ambience, the rooms, the room sizes, all the things, except for the $7 bottles of Fiji water that I definitely did not drink because I'm not a crazy person. Although they did try to charge me for breakfast one day, even though I never had breakfast, and I have to go double check my bill to see if they took that off like they said they would. Anyways, that's kind of it. Dice Tower East was a good time. If you are looking to try out going to a convention to play board games, I do recommend checking out Dice Tower East or Dice Tower West or WSBG. Any of the ones I've gone to have all been fantastic in different ways. But what they have there, one of the things they have, especially if you're new to this, is they do have flags, little things with flags or whatnot that you want to grab those and put them on a table, and that tells people, hey, you're looking for players or you're looking for a teacher, and everyone there is very accommodating. You will often find, I remember I sat down at one point and there was somebody who was setting up a 4-player game of brass, and he didn't have anyone to play with. He just decided he wanted to play a 4-player game of brass, and so he set it up. He planted the flag. I started talking to him. I got on a phone call. I came back 20 minutes later, and he was starting a 4-player game of brass. Which, that's brass. That's not oh, sure, I'll go ahead and play this 20-minute filler game. That is brass. He put down a sign, and he got 3 other people to commit to playing brass with total strangers. Which is amazing. It's one of the things I love about this hobby. It's one of the things I love about this space. The fact that we have something we can bond over, such a common interest and hobby that we really can sit there and just sit down for the next 2.5 hours and play a game of brass with a bunch of strangers. It's a beautiful hobby. Dice Tower East was a beautiful convention. I'm going to go ahead and sign this off. I'm Alex Ratcliffe from Board Game Co. I appreciate you being here, and as always, I hope you have a good one.